All right, we're going to compare the Brio Beardscape V1 versus the V2. I just recently got a V2 that I won from a charity auction stream from the Beard Respects live stream, and I'll link that channel down below for y'all to check out if you want to. But yeah, I was the highest bidder and I won it, so I just want to briefly go over some of the differences and put it out there for y'all to decide whether you want to get the V1 or the V2. Is it worth it getting the V2? So I'm going to let you know my opinions and just go over the information. So both of them on the V1 and V2 is going to come in a box like this. Now this is the box for the V2, but we've just like this, except the picture on here is going to have the picture of the V1 on the box, and it comes with all the trimmer and all accessories inside that box. Now what you get inside that box, you get a little brush like this to clean it off, and you get a little bottle of oil, and you get the charging cable with the charger, and you get the little stand for the charger to sit in to charge it, and you get a guard attachment. This one is the 15 millimeters to 18 millimeters. You get another one which is 9 millimeters to 12 millimeters, and you get another one that is 3 millimeters to 6 millimeters, and you get another one that's 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters. Now all these things I just mentioned, you get both all these accessories with both chargers. So let's actually go over the chargers themselves. So first let me show you the V1. So here's the V1. Now they do sell a blacked out version where basically all these buttons here and the front here is completely black. And here is the V2. So side by side, the V1 right here and the V2. Now as you can see, the screen right here is a little different. The only problem is sometimes I got to turn it on to show the screen, and the only difference is also on these screens is you can see it right there, but this one actually goes away first. It has a shorter time frame, so that's one thing I don't like, is the length that stays on is a little shorter. I would like to see that stay on a little bit longer. But overall, the difference between the screens, they both show the information of the how many RPMs you have. They both go the same RPMs from 5,000 to 7,000 RPMs. They both show you how many minutes you have left on the charging. Of course, the lower the RPMs, the more the more usage time you have. And one thing on this one here, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but it actually tells. There we go. It tells you how the blade is. That's a 1.9 millimeters, and of course you can take the blade up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show this on camera this way, but if I go up here, it actually shoots the blade closer to the top here, and now it says 1 millimeter. So if I take it down, I can do it. Goes down to 9 millimeters, and I can go up just a tad. It's a little hard to do backwards, so it had a 1 millimeter, now it has 0.3 millimeters. I go down one more notch. It says, on focus. All right, but anyway, it says 0.6 millimeters, and then down the last one is 0.9. So it actually shows you the gap here that you got from the up and down, where this one doesn't show you the actual gap, but it looks like it's gonna be the same gap because you do have the same amount of adjustments there, but you just don't see it displayed on here. So really, and overall, I mean, on the back side, this is the the V1, and this is the V2. So you can see the back side looks just the same. So it looks like it's the same blade. So really the only difference is that just really kind of the aesthetics. Whereas you see, this is the V2, this is the power button, and right below this button right here is the buttons to change the RPM. Now this one, you got the power button and the button right here to change the RPM. So, I mean, the buttons are a little bit different spots. You know, of course, this one, when we hit the power button, it lights up. When you hit this power button, there's no light. And the sound, they both sound kind of the same. So I'm gonna play the V1. I'll show you listen to the V1. Hopefully it shows up on the mic here. All right, and this is the V2. So the V2 is actually a little bit quieter, but it's roughly the same to me. You know, here in person, I'm not sure how the mic's gonna pick it up, but the V2 is a little bit quieter, but overall kind of the same. And just the kind of the back side here again, the right here, it's a little different on the back side, but overall it's pretty much the you know, same functionality. You go from 5,000 RPM to 7,000 RPM. You can change your gap here from 1 millimeter to 1.9 millimeter. And really the only really difference here is kind of the display. It actually shows you your gap from 1 to 1.9 millimeter. And it actually lights up. The only thing I didn't like is how long this display stays on. The amount of time it stays on is a little bit shorter than the V1. So that's the only thing I'd like to see a little bit better is actually for the display to stay on at least the same amount of time as the V1. Well, overall, I have not tried this yet. I do need to do a beard trim here soon, so when I do the beard trim, I'm going to do actually a beard trim video and use my V2. And of course, that into that video, I'll talk about how good it trimmed. I do really like the V1. Again, like I said, looks like the same blade to me. So I don't think performance-wise it's going to be any difference. All right, so let's talk about the pricing real quick. So currently on their website, the V1 is $84.95, same as the blackout version of this, which, like I said, the face here, the buttons, they're all black. Again, it is $84.95. Or you can get the V1 with a carrying case for $114.95, so that's $30 extra for the carrying case. And for the V2, it's currently at $104.95. Or again, $30 more, you can get the whole kit and caboodle with the case for $134.95. So let me kind of show you the carrying case real quick. So here is the carrying case. It zippers all the way across. Has the Beardscape Pro. That's what they call it. The Beardscape Pro is this whole trimmer, the accessories, and the case together. Has a spot for your accessories, your attachments, a spot for the Brio itself, the charging stand, and actually I don't know what this is for. I didn't have anything for this, but I actually do have a zero gap blade as well, which does not come in. The zero gap blade would be no extra purchase.
Wrong. The Pro does come with the zero
and
gap
it has
blade.
The little mesh pocket right here. You can put stuff in. So anyway, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool case there. It's kind of it's a little bit hard. It's kind of a harder type material right here. Overall, it's pretty durable case, it looks like. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Overall, pretty much the same trimmer, a little bit more quieter. So they made the gears in there. They must have revamped a little bit to make it a little bit more quieter. The display is a little more fancier, has a little more information on it. Like I said, the gap tells you what your gap is on there. But the only thing I didn't like is, like I said, the display did not stay on as long as the V1. So overall, like I said, I think it has the same blade. So I think performance-wise, it's going to act the same. So if wait a few days and I'll do my beard trimming video. So if you see this one, as soon as I drop it, be a few more days before I get to my beard trim, and I'll mention the performance after that. So overall, I hope you like this video. Hit the subscribe button. Give me your thoughts about the Brio Beardscape if you have one, whether it's the V1 or V2. And remember, keep your beards and mustaches healthy. Till next video.